Total drama breaks people. I mean, if you clicked on this video, you have at least heard of what total drama is in concept. Teenagers showing up in a broken down, crummy location every single season, competing in teams of 2 or 3, and the last person standing wins $1 million. Who doesn't want that? But competing for that amount of money comes at a cost. A serious one. I mean, the friendships that you make in the game can very well be severed in that very same game. Contestants could suffer mental or physical damage thanks to the total drama machine. Or you can just come out of it a completely different person. Now, all these things did happen to one character in the show. Trent. Now, before I talk about Trent any further, I do strongly suggest that you check out BH Ultra's video pretty much analyzing a majority of the total drama characters. This video is the main inspiration behind the whole total drama breaks people concept. And this isn't the last total drama breaks people video that we're going to do. Believe that. Now, Trent is an interesting character. Minus Island. Yeah, I'm sorry to all the Trent fans out there, but I just didn't find his character all that interesting in Island. I mean, from his audition tape, you could tell that he doesn't really have a personality. I mean, he's just a normal guy with a good singing voice and a guitar. That was really it. And in my opinion, they did the whole normal character better in later seasons, but that's a hot take for another video in the future. I gotta stop getting sidetracked. We're wasting precious Trent time here. But yeah, Trent's whole personality, if you can even call it a personality, is that he has a good singing voice and he plays the guitar. They do plant seeds towards the whole Gwen and Trent dynamic that's gonna take over the entirety of Island in the first episode, but that's really all there is to note in terms of Trent.
Hey, good to meet you, man. Saw you on that figure skating show. Nice work.
Hey, thanks, man. I knew I rocked that show.
I saw that. One of the guys dropped his partner on her head.
Excuse me?
We know how to win. We've won gold everywhere.
Except the Olympics. He dropped me, so we only got silver.
Ah! I don't want to talk about it.
Jack! Oh!
At some point, they do make Trent the punching bag of the season, and even that didn't really interest me that much. Ironically enough, it's his elimination episode where he's the most interesting if we're talking about Island. In his elimination episode, Heather tricks him into kissing her as Gwen is approaching by, and this ultimately causes a chain of events, and because Heather, by a stroke of luck, got an invincibility pass, Trent is the one that is sent home. And this shouldn't make any sense. I mean, Trent has been front and center to Heather's most devious deeds in the season, and yet he gets tricked by her into kissing her in front of Gwen, who he just got with. But the key word in that is should. Total drama action rolls around, and this is where his character is the most interesting, but in a lot of the fan base's eyes, it's for all the wrong reasons. Now, at the beginning of the season, Trent and Gwen are good, they're tight, but then Duncan enters into the picture. Now, Gwen and Trent's relationship is already on the rocks because they were both put on opposite teams as team captains, and Gwen's first choice was Duncan, and that immediately got Trent suspicious. As the episodes went on, Trent started becoming more paranoid and more crazy, even developing an obsession with the number 9. Now, it was at this point that Duncan developed the theory that since Trent has 5 letters in his name and Gwen has 4 in her name, 5 plus 4, if you can do basic math, is 9. A short time later, Gwen would orchestrate Trent's elimination, and on the Aftermath show where Trent appears in, he tells this story about his grandfather right before he died giving him a toy train. one of the wheels fell off and 10 wheels became 9, and thus, that is how Trent's favorite number and lucky number is 9. Now, I'm sure the story is true, but I have two problems with it. One, how did he not showcase any of that in Island? Because he did say he was given the toy train as a kid, and yet he didn't showcase this obsession up until action. And two, that doesn't explain him going crazy at the finale of Total Drama Action.
I want to know about your character. Okay, like, let's say your boyfriend was being super nice to you and nothing more, and you for some reason found that odd, and talked to his teammates about voting him out, and then they did that, and then...
Awkward.
He must have forgotten to take his meds. Wait. Did I say meds? Yeah, I said meds. Trent has gone through a lot during his 2 seasons of Total Drama. I mean, on top of all the injuries that he suffered on Total Drama, his girlfriend was talking to some other guy and he was becoming very paranoid and very suspicious that they would have something going on between them, and unfortunately, he would be proven right. I mean, after all that mental and emotional pain, you would have to take some medication after that, or at least seek a therapist. But hey, look on the bright side, at least Trent has a band, and Katie and Sadie as rebounds. Yay. But because of Total Drama, he has to spend the rest of his life being untrusting and being very paranoid towards the people that he dates. Which is not good. But, out of the kindness of my heart, I'm going to provide you all with a compilation proving, even further, that Trent has long-lasting effects from his time on Total Drama, in case you guys don't believe me. Well, roll the tape.
Quit hogging my light, buddy.
Trent, heads up!
Or maybe they can.
Oh, stupid. I'm warning you, my dad's a lawyer!
Mama?
Wait, did he say his dad's a lawyer? Uh-oh. Come on, we all know that Chris can handle lawyers. He's dealt with plenty of them, even at this point. But we're gonna go through a lot of names in this series that Total Drama have broken the most. And yet, one of the most infamous and saddest to watch is Trent's case. Trent started off as a normal guy with huge aspirations and a ton of potential, and yes, the show did give him a girlfriend at one point in time and a band after it, but the show has also given him a ton of trust issues. In my opinion at least, he won't be able to have a girlfriend without feeling some sense of paranoia that somebody else is trying to go after her, and he won't be able to trust her, or anybody else for that matter. It's sad. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I never claimed to be. But if you look at Trent's descent into madness, it's very concerning. All Trent wanted to do was come onto the show, make some friends, and maybe even win $1 million out of it. But instead, all he got was broken by the Total Drama system.